Hi guys, happy Thursday. Here goes another attempt at a video. Maybe you'll get the sound. Only thing is I've already worked the problem, so I'm just going to go through explaining. But this is the second part of the lesson that we were on yesterday. So it's page 195, Factoring Polynomials. Yesterday you were dividing them. Today you are factoring out the greatest common factor. So if you remember, of course, between 5 and 10, the greatest common factor is 5. But between x squared and x, the greatest common factor is the lowest exponent. So that means x, because x is in common to both, but x squared is not in common to both. So x is what we pull out. We're going to pull out the 5 for the numbers, the x for the variables. So let me just work it again down here. So what I'm doing is I pull out the 5 and the x, and then I do my parentheses. And I say 5x times what gives me 5x squared. Obviously I just need another x. That would give me 5x squared. And then 5x times what gives me 10x. Well, 2 for the 10. But I already have the x, so I'm done. And that's where my answer came from. You can check it by just distributing. We're kind of doing backwards distributing here when we're working. So 5x times x gives you the 5x squared. 5x times 2 gives you 10x. All right, the next example. 4x to the 5th minus 6x cubed plus 14x. Okay. In common between the 4, the 6, and the 14 would be a 2. And in common between x to the 5th, x to the 3rd, and x would be just x. So you'll see the answer there, but let's go down here and work it again. So we're pulling out the 2 and we're pulling out the x because that's what's in common to all. 2x times what gives you 4x to the 5th? Well, 2 times 2 for 4. X times what to give you x to the 5th would be x to the 4th. Remember, you're adding the exponents. Right, then minus, and then 2 times 3, and x times x squared to equal x to the 3rd. Then plus 2 times 7 to give you 14, and x is already there. I don't need another x. So I'm done. Checking it. This distributes to 4x to the 5th. This distributes to 6x to the 3rd. This distributes to 14x. Right, here's one where you have several variables. Between 8 and 12 it's 4. Then just go one by one. Between a squared and a, you have a common factor of just a. Between b and b squared, you would take the lower, so you pull out the b. Between c squared and c squared, obviously they have c squared in common. Okay, so I pull all this out. What times the 4 gives me 8, and that's 2. A times another a to give me a squared. I don't need another b, and I don't need another c. But if you distributed this, it would give you that back. Then 4 times 3 for 12. I don't need another a. I do need another b. B times b to get to b squared. And I don't need another c. So that's my answer. Easy way of checking, just making sure it gives it back to you. Okay, next, if you would do the ORs on page 196, 10 through 17, so you can pause the video, do your ORs, and then come back on to the video and I have the answers for you. So pause it. Okay, great. This means you've already completed your ORs and you're ready to see your answers. So, scrolling up here. Here you go, page 196, the ORs. And you can pause that as you need. I'm going to scroll it down a little at a time here, so that you can see them all. Okay, Then, as I said in your assignment, your classwork for today, you can pause this as you need to, page 197, 31 through 48, and 49 and 50. I also asked you to save your assignment. Y'all did a great job. Thank you so much yesterday. I just couldn't tell whose was whose on all of them because everybody didn't have a name. So I'm asking you to do two things. Put your name on your paper and upload. When you upload and save it with your first initial, last name, and the date. Like mine, R. Lewis 0319. All right. Any questions, please email me. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.